Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with another FGO video. I will be talking about the 8th anniversary, the GSSR that we're going to be having on 8th anniversary, which banner I will be trying on and which banner I'll try to get the characters from. I'm going to be discussing that. I usually do a video like this every single time a GSSR happens. That means 2 times a year, talking about the banners and all that stuff. And yeah, that's just what this video is going to be. And yeah, let us get started then. So as always, I'm here in the FGO fandom page, and as you can see, this is the 8th anniversary JP information that we saw what we're going to have. So I'm going to be taking reference from this. Before I start talking about it, another thing is that if you have any question about like how you want to buy SQs, because FGO has a lot of trouble buying SQs. Is kind of a weird type of a process, especially if you are not in the designated countries where FGO is like properly available. So there is a process obviously, and I always link everyone who asks me, I always link them a video. In that video it's properly explained. It's not my video, I made a video like that, but in that video it was a bit like a more overly complicated process, and I myself don't recommend my video. So there's a better video. It's a different video which I always recommend. If you want to know more about that, just come to my Discord. I cannot really post a link in the comments because YouTube, I don't know why, automatically deletes any type of links. So come to my Discord and either talk to me directly, or in my Discord server just ask. I'll link you the video over there. So right now that is out of the way, let us get started. So this is, as you can see, the page for the lucky bag. Now I'm not talking about the other summoning campaigns. Obviously I think we're going to get Ash, right? Yeah, Ash and the other stuff. But yeah, the lucky bag, that is this one. There'll be 12 banners, 2 groups, male and female 9 male female banner, 3 male banners. Yeah, all these stuff. 15 premium SQs. Right, all these things. So let's see the banners. So first and foremost, this is the first banner. Now usually I kind of take a look at these before making the videos. This time I actually haven't, or I have before, but I don't remember the exact banner. So I'm going to take a look at this while making this video in itself. So I will be deciding while doing this. Okay, so this is the first banner, which is okay. So also another thing I'm going to do is that for people who want like a new 5-star character or something, I'm going to be giving my opinion on which banner would be the best. So this banner, for example, the first banner, Castoria, Himiko, we have Kiara and Abby Summer. So here, I have to say this is probably one of the best, banners automatically, because Castoria is there. Anyone who doesn't have Castoria, I feel like they should definitely automatically try to get Castoria in one of the GSSRs. Unless you have a character that you really, really want, you should go for Castoria. Always, I've always said this. Castoria is a must-have. So but like I said, it depends. If you don't really care about like any of the other stuff, just go for the character you want. If there's like a particular character in all these banners that you really, really, really want, and you're deliberating whether you want to go for Castoria because she's too meta, or you should go for the character that you want, I would say go for the character you want, because FGO is not really a competitive game or anything. Like at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy, you should do that. Because it's all well and good to have Castoria, but in the process of that, if you make yourself unhappy, I feel like that's just not worth it. So yeah, if you want someone else, some other banner, some other character, go for it. No need to go for Castoria. But if there's nobody particularly you want and you want a really good character, Castoria, definitely. So yeah, in that way, I could say this is definitely the banner which has one of the best characters. Also, it has Abby Summer, and as far as I know, Abby Summer is not really that good. Like, I have her myself, and she's one of the first character that appeared multiple times while I was trying to get like some other character, maybe like a 4-star character or something. I don't remember. She came to me 4 times, which is insane. In the same summoning session. I was baffled, and I was so happy at first, and then everyone in the comments were like, "Oh, she's one of the worst characters," and I'm like, "What? Really? What the hell? The only character that appeared so many times back to back, even when I wasn't trying, is the worst character? That's god damn it." But anyways, I don't know how she is now, or whether she gets any updates or not in the future. But as far as I know, Abby Summer is not really that good. But yeah, Castoria is here. Obviously, automatically that's makes the banner well worth it. Then we have Himiko. Himiko's pretty good. I have her myself. Like she's quite good. She's a ruler. She hits hard. Right, and then obviously Kiara. Kiara's also okay. I wouldn't say she's very good, but she's pretty damn good. So right, this is a pretty solid banner in my opinion. But obviously I won't be going for this because I have every single character here. This banner, I have every single character. I have Castoria, I have Himiko, I have Session Kiara, I have Moon Cancer, I have Abby Summer. So in no way am I going in this banner. I might be I'll be crazy if I go for this banner. So right, and the 4-star. Okay, you know what? Let me look at the 4-star pool as well, along with. Oh, the 4-star pool is only one pool. Okay, you know what? I'm going to look at the 4-star pool at the end then, not now. Let me look at the other stuff first. So that's the first banner, which I'm obviously not going to go, but for people who want a really good character, this is pretty good. Castoria is there. Alright, the next banner is Ibuki Saber, Taira no Kagekyo, Asha Doman, and Van Gogh. Another really good banner, obviously because Van Gogh is there. Van Gogh is another cracked character who has saved me so many times, I feel like, and I have nothing but praises for Van Gogh. So again, if you want a really good foreigner, this is the banner for you. Well, obviously other characters might come instead of Van Gogh, but 1 in a 4 chance, I guess. This game in itself is RNG based, so another RNG, I guess. If you win it, then it's all well and good. But yeah, Van Gogh's perfect. She's one of the best characters, and just amazing character. As for the other characters, Ibuki Saber, I'm not exactly sure, but I've heard people say that she's okay, not really that crazy good or not really that bad. I think she's okay. I'm not sure. Like don't quote me on this. Taira no Kagekyo, I have her myself, and she's pretty damn good. She's as an Avenger, she's very good. She has the whole guts thing. When she dies, guts gets triggered and she becomes stronger. That thing is pretty good. And yeah, I've seen a lot of people use Taira in a lot of CQs as well. So I think she's pretty good as a solo, CQ clearer as well, as far as I can remember. So yeah, Taira's pretty good. And Asha Doman, I don't have him myself, but I've heard quite a lot of good things about him. So yeah, this banner is pretty good with obviously a very cracked character, which is Van Gogh. So I think this is a very good banner as well. If you want a really good foreigner, you might take a chance at this. You might not get her, but it's 1 in a 4 chance, I guess. So yeah. All right. But yeah, I'm not going to be going on this banner either because I have two characters, Taira and Van Gogh. And there was a time when I actually wanted Ibuki Saber. And the funny thing is, I had the whole thing with Ibuki Saber and Van Gogh where I decided Ibuki Saber came first. And I decided to get Ibuki first, but then no, Van Gogh came first. Ibuki is going to come later. So I was saving for Ibuki, but then after experiencing Van Gogh's story, I liked her so much. I spent all the stuff that I've saved on Van Gogh instead of Ibuki. And to be honest, it was a well worth change, because Van Gogh is amazingly cracked, and I like her as a character as well. So anyways, so yeah, I'm not going to be going in this banner. I'm particularly not really interested in Ibuki anymore. I have her swimsuit version, so, and Asha not really, and these two I already have. So there you go. Right, the next one is this one. This has Melusine in it, Crane, Miss Crane, Morgan, and we have Karen. So interesting banner. We have one of the really best berserkers in the game, Morgan, Buster Berserker, obviously, and one of the best lancers in the game is Melusine, both in the same banner. So if you want any of them, if you want a good lancer, Melusine is the one. If you want a good berserker, Morgan is the one. So perfect for that. The other two, Miss Crane and Karen, I am not exactly sure about these two. I genuinely have no idea because I barely see Miss Crane anywhere in my friend list. She's non-existent. I don't see her anywhere. So I'm not sure exactly what you do with her. As far as I can remember, one of her skills, or was it her NP, changes the character's position to the last or something. She does like that, and she has this weird type of a pass. Was it a passive or a skill where the amount of characters have costumes, she increases the strength by so much amount or something. She's a very weird type of a character to play as. I've never seen her anywhere. No friend list has her. I think I see her once or twice, but I've never really used her that much. Not really say. Same with Karin as well. I've never used her either. I don't really see her at all. But I do like Karin quite a bit. So I did kind of like regret it after I didn't pull her in her Valentine's event. So I am kind of thinking maybe, but then again, Morgan and Melusine I already have, and it's a 50-50 chance. And to be honest, Miss Crane, I'm not particularly that much interested in getting Miss Crane. So it'll be like a 1 in a 4th chance of getting the character I want. And if I lose that chance, I'll get a character who's either a duplicate or a character that I particularly don't want. So I probably won't be pulling in this banner. I don't want to take any type of risks because I have had taken risks like this before where there was one duplicate character in a certain banner and I got that character only instead of some other character, new character. And if you guys didn't know, I always go for a new character. I particularly don't really care about NP levels or anything, even if it might make my character stronger or something. I just want new characters. That's just who I am. So I'd rather get a completely new character, even if it's extremely bad, than an increased NP level. That's just my policy. So in that way, I know I am taking a risk of 1 out of 4. So I probably won't be pulling on this banner either. But for everyone else, like I said, one of the best lancers, one of the best berserkers, go for it. And I'm pretty sure Karen is pretty good as well. No, so pretty solid banner. Yeah, I like how these banners are kind of divided. I guess they divided it based on the date. But this one has the best support unit in FGO, period, which is Castoria. This one has one of the best foreigners. This one has one of the best lancers and berserkers. So each banner up until now I've seen at least has one of the best characters in the game, which is pretty good. Let's see the next one. The next one is Ukta Soji Saber Altar. Then we have Koyanskaya and Kama Avenger. Another very good banner. Ukta Soji Saber Altar, I'm not exactly sure how good she is, but I heard she's pretty good. Koyanskaya, obviously, I don't think we need any introduction. Koyanskaya of Light, one of the best supports, buster supports. You should definitely try to get her if you have the opportunity. And Kama Avenger is I think as far as I can remember, she's a very good farmer. Like an Avenger. Like I remember people used to compare her, or I think people still compare her to Ishtar Avenger, right? Space Ishtar and Kama Avenger. People kind of compare these two. And I have both of them, so right. But yeah, she's pretty good as well. So a good banner. Obviously, Koyanskaya of Light, I think it makes it well worth it. If you don't have any buster support, definitely go for this banner. Koyanskaya of Light will make your life easier by a lot. Right. And and the other two are pretty good as well. Me, however, no, I'm not going for this banner either. I have 2 characters from here. So no way I'm taking a risk. And Ukta Soji Saber Altar, I'm not particularly that much interested. So okay. The next one is this one. Now, okay, we have Izumo no Kuni, we have Jack de Molay, and we have Koyanskaya of Darkness. Yes. Okay, it's this banner is, I think banner is pretty good. I'm not exactly sure how good Okuni and Jack Demolay is. I think Jack Demolay is pretty good, right? As a foreigner, I'm not really sure. I haven't really, gotten the opportunity to use her that much. And Okuni, I feel like she's also pretty good. These are pretty good. But the one character that I can talk about, which is Konosuke of Darkness, because I have her myself. Yeah, Konosuke of Darkness, she's pretty damn good. I like her quite a bit. Like she has the whole the poison. Like she enhances the effect of poison, curse, like any type of debuff, like like burn and all those stuff. And if you can put few of the command codes, those command codes which it apply like poison and burn, she is even better. And yeah, all those things. She's an AOE foreigner, pretty good. If you pair her with Koyanska of Light, does a job pretty damn well. So I feel like she's very good. She's very good as a character. AOE, like foreigner. I like her. So yeah, it's a decent banner, I would say. Not probably not as good as the others. Maybe I'm not really sure, because the others always has one character who's like really 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 integral for their class. For example, here we have Koyanska of Light, integral support. Melusine and Morgan, integral, like one of the strongest characters in their class. This particular banner, I don't think it has any particular really good character, but it has pretty damn good characters. And obviously, if you're particularly fond of any of them, I think you should just go for this. Me, however, again, probably not. I'm not really that interested in Okuni or Jax Demolay. Yeah, so there you go. Alright, the next one is this one. Alright, so this banner, we have the Trunk Sisters, we have Bakin, we have Super Bunyan, right? That's her name, right? Yeah. And we have Bazette. Okay, I feel like this banner is the weakest one, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in meta wise, because I feel like I'm not exactly sure how good Trunk Sisters are. I think they're pretty good. I think people compare them to the Dioscuri. Like, they're pretty damn similar in their skill application and stuff as well. So, in that sense, they're pretty good. I feel like I've heard people say Bakin is not that good. I might be wrong though, but I've heard a lot of people say that Bakin is not really that good. Super Bunyan as well. I feel like a lot of people have said that Super Bunyan is not really, Bazette, I haven't heard much people say anything. Her skill kit and her application is a bit interesting one, where she kind of attacks back. So I feel like people don't get the opportunity to, like, I have her myself. I barely get the opportunity to use her because of her interesting way of attacking. So right. So I feel like this banner is probably the weakest one. But if there's anyone particularly that you want, for example, I didn't really care about Bazette, how she fights all that stuff when she came out. I just got Bazette because I liked her. That's why I got her. And even if I don't use her that much, I'm just happy and content that I have her. So if you're someone like that, yeah, just go for this banner because Bazette is here. Just like how Karen is here in this banner. But yeah, if meta wise, I feel like this banner is a bit on the weaker side compared to the other ones. Right, but will I go for this banner? Probably not, because again, I'm not really interested in anyone other than Bazette in this banner. So yeah, even though like the chance of getting a new character here is the maximum, because 3 new characters. I don't have either of these 3. Bakin, Trunk Sisters, and Bunyan. I still probably won't go for this one because I genuinely I'm not really interested in these 3. And Bazette I already have. Okay, the next one. What the hell? Like, there's not a single banner that I'm interested in. What's going on? Am I really that content with the characters I have now? Probably, I guess. Which is pretty fortunate, because yeah, I feel like that's pretty fortunate that I have all the characters that I could ever want. Okay, the next banner is, this is the summer banner and arc. Okay, I think this is a pretty good banner. We have Ibuki here, solid berserker, one of the best AOE arts berserkers. Then we have Skadi, ruler, a great support, quick support, fantastic quick support. Yeah, this banner is very good. Then we have Arquid, and I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of people say that yeah, Arquid, unless and until you are like you have enough to invest on her to at least get her to an NP3, I think, or is it 4? I've heard a lot of people say you shouldn't really get her until you get her to NP3. Me, however, like I said, I don't care. I literally do not care. Even if she does like pea shooter damage, I'm still fine with it. I just wanted Arc and I got Arc. And I have her at NP1. So, yeah, and if you're someone like that, I feel like if you want Arc, you should just go for her. But if you're someone who wants to maximize like, the damage and all that stuff, then yeah, Arc is, I feel like, unless and until you get her to a higher NP level, not really that much worth it in that sense, offensive way or meta way, I guess. Otherwise, yeah, I'm completely happy with her at NP1, and it's fine. And it's even sometimes, even when like sometimes she does pretty good, even if she's not at NP3 or NP4, as NP1 itself, she does pretty good sometimes. I like it. So yeah, I'm pretty content with her at NP1. Then we have Lady Avalon, another good support, an art support. She's literally the photocopy of Merlin, except Merlin is Buster, she's arts. you know. So yeah, I feel like this is a really good banner. Like I think this is probably the only banner where every single character is actually pretty good, right? Yeah, I think so. Every single character here is good. Was there any other banner like that? No, I think. Yeah. So yeah, so we have like obviously Ibuki as a DPS, as an attacker, Arc as an attacker, and 2 supports. If you want any of the supports or the attackers here, I feel like this is perfect. Perfect banner. A really good banner. I would recommend this. Yeah, so there you go. Me, however, no, I have everyone here. Literally everyone I have. Oh boy. Alright, the next one. This one is Britomart. Britomart, right? That's her name? Yeah. And okay, I forgot her name. What's her name? Guangzhou, yeah. Then we have Senorikyu and Kukulkan. Okay. Right. Personally, Kukulkan, solid character, amazing, like a really amazing character. I would say the same with Senorikyu as a quick berserker, pretty damn good. I have her myself. Yeah, I'm currently using her to farm, with double Skadi. No, triple Skadi, I guess you could say, because one is from support and one is caster, one is ruler, and one is from support. So I use like triple Skadi to use her. Does the job pretty well. And like I said, cool kind of no introductions required. She's one of the strongest, foreigners, I guess you could say. Really good. Britomart, I am not exactly sure how good she is. I think I've seen people compare her to Bradamante, right? Or do they compare them because they look similar? I'm not sure. But I've seen a lot of people compare her to Bradamante. I'm not sure if they compare them because they're like gameplay wise same or because they are kind of I don't know. Anyways, I'm not exactly sure about Britomart. Huanzhou, I think she's pretty good. I've heard a lot of people say she's actually pretty good, I think. Not 100% sure, but yeah. But yeah, as I think this is a good banner. We have Kukulkan here, and then we have Senorikyu. Kukulkan is one of the best foreigners currently, along with Van Gogh, like I said. So yeah, I think this is also a pretty solid banner to invest in. You have a good chance of getting Kukulkan, which will be well worth it, I think. Yeah, I'm not interested in this banner either. What the hell? Oh my god, I might have to pull in the mail banner, I think. I'll probably do that. Yeah, so I already have Senoriku, I already have Kukulkan. These two I did want her before, Guangzhou. But currently I'm not really that much interested. Right. And then we have this banner. Okay, this banner is actually pretty good. Oh, I might, you know what, I'll keep this in mind. There is a solid possibility of me getting one of the dupes of these two, but I don't have Johanna or Medusa Saber, and I actually like both of them. So this might actually be pretty. But yeah, that's the thing. The thing about this banner is I have two characters who I already have, and you know what? I'm damn sure the game is going to give me one of them. Again, like I've said before, I'd rather get a new character instead of getting an NP increase, character. Even if the character is one of my favorite characters, I don't want any duplicates. So in that sense, I feel like it's going to be very foolish to go for a banner like this where there's literally 50-50 chance of getting a new character. Because I've went for other banners where there was a 75-25 chance, 75% chance of getting a new character, 25% chance of getting an old character, and I got the old character. The 25% chance, so I don't trust these, GSSRs. These GSSR, especially because they actually cost money, it hurts more. So I've promised myself I'm not going to take that risk. But this banner is actually pretty good here, at least in my eyes. It has two characters that I actually would be happy if I got them. So okay, so let's talk about this. We have Medusa Saber. She's pretty good. I'm not sure how meta-wise how good she is in the long run, but for now she's pretty good. I can see. I have then we have Durga here. I think Durga is one of the best AOE archers. I think so, as far as I know. So yeah, if you want that, you can get her here. Then we have Popus Johanna, and I'm not exactly sure how good Popus Johanna is, but I kind of like I like her quite a bit. So that's why I said I don't really care how good a character is meta wise. If the character is good and I like that character, I'd probably try to get them. And then we have Tiamat, and Tiamat is obviously Tiamat is actually pretty good. So a good banner. I think this is a pretty good banner. Right. Yeah. So overall, oh wait, let me look at the 4-star pool here. We have Gareth here. We have Tomoe Kozen, Vargas, Anastasia, Ilya, Zenobia, Bawanshi, Kenes, Nikiti, Murasaki Shikibu, Korde, Daikokten, Wuzetian, Locusta, Creamhill, Sei Shonagun, Vernhild, Eris, Shufu, and Technotetlan, and what was the name? Hephaestion, yeah. What the hell? I have every single character here. Right. Oh no, except one. I missed Summer Gareth. I doubt I'm getting Summer Gareth out of this whole damn pool. I literally have everyone here. Like, I'm not joking. I have everyone here except Summer Gareth. I think so. Wait a minute. Yeah. That's crazy. That is crazy. Except Summer, I probably would have gotten Summer Gareth as well if not for what's her name, Lady Avalon, like literally appearing in the first 10 pool that I did on her banner. Like I I promised myself, because I think, like, as far as I can remember, my Skadi and my Ibuki pulls went really bad. I was like, well, like I like spent like at least like 800 or more than that much SQs on both of them. So I was pretty damn pissed off, and I was like, you know what? I don't really care about Lady Avalon. I'm just gonna do a 10 pull. If she comes, if she wants to come, she should come within that. She literally appeared within that, and I genuinely would have stopped if she didn't appear, because I've already spent too much. So I never got Gareth, and I feel like, even if I am not able to get her here, there is a SR ticket coming later. I think I'll probably grab her from there, or maybe some other character I'll grab from there. I'm not sure. But either way, the only character I don't have is Gareth Saber in this pool. That is crazy. I have everyone else here. All right. So yeah. Again, now that I've looked at the characters, or the female characters, obviously, I'm going to go to the male characters first. The banner that I'm the most interested here, like I said, is, all right, you know what? Let me look at them again. Ooh. Like I said, this is probably the safest one because I have only one character here. This banner you could also say is kind of safe because I have one character, but it's a 1 in a 3 chance and this is a 1 in a 4 chance. So this is more of getting a new character. Other than that, the one that I'm particularly fond of is this banner. But then again, this is a 50-50 chance of either getting these two. Like, the thing is, I would actually be happy if I either got Saber Medusa and Johanna, either of them. But in these banners, where I have a higher chance, I'm not particularly that keen on getting either of these characters. Like, Twin Sisters. Twin Sisters probably I'll be okay with them. These two I'm not particularly that fond of them. So, like Bunyan and Bakin, not really. So yeah, here I think I'll be okay with both Ikuni and Okuni, not Ikuni. Izumi no Okuni. And Mole. But yeah, again, it's a 1/3 chance. So in that sense, this is the only banner where I'll be happy with both of them, the new characters. But it's 50-50 chance of getting them. Okay. All right. And like I said, if you are a new player and if you want a character, if you want one of the best supports in game, not one, the best support in game, and you're okay with taking chances, a 1 in a 4th chance, I'd say go for this banner. But like I said, it's a 1 in a 4th chance. Or if you're a new player who don't want to take any chances, who want to get a character who's pretty damn good, then I would say go for maybe this banner, because here I feel like every single character is pretty good. We have 2 good supports, 1 DPS, and like, yeah. So I would say this banner maybe. Right. Yeah, that would be my thing. Or if you're a new player, again, if you want a really solid character, not a support but a attacker, and you're okay with chances, this banner, then you have both Melusine and Morgan here, a really good banner. So I would say this banner then, but then again, like I said, 50-50 chance. So yeah, that's where it all, like, all comes down to. Right. So there you go. That was the female servant pool. Let's go to the male servant pool. Okay, why is it taking this long to load? Okay, here it is. Ooh, alright, let's see this. 3 banners only. The first banner, we have Muramasa. Then we have Taira no Kagekyo and then Asha Doman. In no way am I pulling in this banner. I have these 2 characters. I have both of these 2. And I don't really care about Asha Doman. So screw this banner. Not pulling in this at all. So, right. Okay, so however, if you're someone new, I would say Muramasa is pretty good, a solid saber character. You can use him to farm. It's pretty damn good. Taira no Kagekyo, I've already said this in the female banners as well. Taira no Kagekyo is also pretty good as I think like a lot of people uses her to clear a lot of CQs and stuff. Asha Doman is also pretty good as far as I've heard. So okay banner. It's pretty okay. The next banner is a pretty good banner. I feel like this one has its fair share of good characters. And okay, so Charlemagne, I don't know how good he is, but I think like as a saber is pretty damn good. We have Ryoma here. We have Konstantinos, and we have Moriarty, ruler, and Oberon. Oberon makes it well worth it. It's a 1 in a 5 gamble though. Like, up until now, all of the other characters have been a 1 in a 4 gamble. No, wait. Right? 1 in a 4 gamble, yeah. This is 1 in a 5. I really want to pull in this banner, but I think because I don't have Oberon, but I feel like I'm not going to get him. I'm probably going to get like Constantinos or something. I think Constantinos is like the worst character out of all of them, right? Like meta wise, as far as I know. And like I cannot imagine myself getting anyone else. If I get anyone else other than Oberon here, I think I'll be angry. I'll be really angry with myself. I'll be like, what the hell is so god damn it, this is so tempting. Okay, yeah, I will be pulling in the male banner. I'm literally not interested in anyone in the female banners because I already have everyone over there, most of them. And Oberon is here, so but 1 in a 5 chance. Oh, god damn it, man. Okay, let me say the characters that I'll be happy with, the characters I'm not really that interested in, the characters that I'm not going to be happy with, and the character that I want. Charlemagne, I'll be happy with him. If I get Charlemagne, I'm happy with him. Ryoma, if I get him, I'll be happy with him. Konstantinos, I will not be happy with him. I will actually be not okay if I get him. You know. Jack, God damn it, why am I calling him Jack the Ripper? James Moriarty. I'm not really that interested. I wouldn't say I would be upset getting him, but I'm not really that interested in him either. So it's like a neutral. Oberon, I definitely want. Like obviously, I'll be the happiest. I'll be the like if I get Oberon, I'll be okay with these two. I will not be okay with this one, and I'll be yeah with Moriarty. That's the situation. It's not good. Like because I know I'm going to get the character that I don't want. Just constant. Oh god. And then we have the next banner, which is actually more tempting to me. This one, because I would actually not be mad with any of the characters here. Maybe the Shinsaku. I'm not going to be happy with him. If he comes, yeah, it's fine, I guess. But yeah, Tezcatlipoca and Rasputin. If I get any of these two, I will be very very happy. These two, any one of them. It doesn't matter. I'd probably prefer if I get Tezcatlipoca. Rasputin, completely fine with it. I'll be very happy. So I have a 1 in a third chance of getting the character I want. Like I said, Shinsaku, I'm not really that particularly interested in him. So I feel like this banner is more tempting to me than this banner, but this banner has Oberon in it. Okay, I'm just talking about myself. Let me talk about everyone else. So what about this banner though? Yeah, it's actually pretty solid. It's, like I said, I feel like Constantino is the only character here who's not really that good. Other than that, all the other characters are pretty damn good, especially Oberon. So I feel like if you're trying to go for the male banner, go for this banner. If you don't, yeah, if you want like a good character, yeah, I'd say go for this banner. And this banner again is a pretty solid banner. I feel like Tezcatlipoca is like one of the best assassins as far as I know. I'm not exactly sure about Shinsaku. Rasputin is also pretty good, I've heard. So so this banner is also pretty damn good. But yeah, I would say to go for this banner because Oberon is there, literally. He'll change your life. So yeah, I am in a dilemma. I will be going for the male banner, but the question is which one? The Oberon banner or the Rasputin banner? I will probably go for the Rasputin banner because, again, like I said, Tezcatlipoca and Rasputin, both of them are there. It's a bigger chance of getting one of the characters that I want. Here, not necessarily. There's a 1 in a 5th chance that I'll get a character I actually want. Like I said, in all of these characters, the characters I really, really want are Oberon is number 1. Number 2, in number 2nd rank is Tezcatlipoca, and in number 3rd rank is Rasputin. So in this banner only, I have number 2 and number 3, both of them sitting. So there's a higher chance of getting these two than gambling my luck here in the RNG and not getting the number 1 character I want. Like, it's either win the first prize, but there's a bigger chance of failing, or you go for the 2nd and the 3rd prize, but there is a bigger chance of winning that. Either of it. All or nothing, or, like something really good, but not as good as the best one. It's something like that. So yeah, I'll probably go for the safer option, which is this banner, you know. But yeah, maybe I'll change my mind at the very end. Who knows? I have no idea. But for now, at least, I have my eyes on this banner. Oh, let's look at the 4-star servants. Um, who do I have out of all of these characters? I actually don't have. I actually don't have quite a few of them. Okay. We have here. What's his name? Hajime. Yeah, Hajime. I have. I don't have Yamanami Keisuke. I don't have him. I don't have Roland. I don't have Watanabe no Suna. I don't have Don Quixote. I would actually want Don Quixote. You know. I have Percival. I have Canis. I don't have Wang Feihu. Obviously, I have Zhang Jue and I have Duryodhana. So there's a solid chance of getting a new character here. You know, who would I be the most happiest getting? Don Quixote. I'd be the most happiest getting him. Then maybe Roland. Yeah, Roland. Then maybe Watanabe no Suna. Yeah, then maybe Wang Fei. Yeah. So yeah, there's a solid chance of getting a new character here, or not. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. That is my what I think about this GSSR, the banner that I will probably going for. Like I said, I'll probably be going for this banner. Let me know which banner you will be going for in this GSSR and which character you want, all that stuff in the comment section. And yeah, and if there's anything else you want to add, maybe like some character that I try to talk about most all of the characters. Maybe if I miss something about some particular character that I don't really know, you can let me know in the comments. You know, maybe there's a certain character here who I just brushed past, and maybe that character is actually very good. It has happened multiple times. There's so many characters that I'm not really aware of that they're actually really good, and I talk about them briefly, but then a lot of people kind of let me know that, oh, this character is actually pretty good. For example, Tesla, Nikola Tesla. I had no idea. In one of the previous videos, I don't exactly remember which video. I think it was at least like 1 year ago, I made a video where I just brushed past Tesla, and people told me that, oh, actually Tesla is actually very, very good now. And I was like, oh, I never knew that. I didn't know that. You know, so maybe something like that. If I brush past any character who's actually good, you can let me know in the comments. And yeah, there you go. That is it. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below. Like I said, you can share with in the comments which banner you want to go for, which character you particularly want, all that stuff. I'll check them out. And yeah, so that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next FGO video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.